Hey everyone, I'm the Real Evab. You're watching the A20 Guardian 100 game analysis. This is run number 45, I believe. Let me double check that real quick. Yep, run number 45. Alright, let's get started. Actually, hang on. My frame rate's too high. I'll fix that in a second, right after we make our Neow decision. Otherwise, it may glitch. Our gem today is a Sapphire. Not the best, but not worthless. Alright, our options today are obtain a random rare, gain max HP, obtain a curse for transforming 2 cards, or boss relic swap. Some risky options. Curse for transform 2 I think is too risky. The curse is already bad. Transform 2 could also take time to get online. As well as you could get some situational cards, which would end up being bad in the early game. Max HP is very underwhelming. Obtain a random rare is risky, but I might try it this time. Our pathing, like that. What about the rest of the act? Wow, 4 elite path with 2 campfires on the right there. It's pretty darn good. Or we can take a 4 campfire, 3 elite path through this side. Both very, very good pathing for this act, so we're definitely not boss swapping. Boss swap I would reserve for either a very tough beginning of act layout or a very mediocre act layout, such as like only being able to get 2 campfires, 1 elite, or something along those lines. It's rare, but it can happen. In fact, we can get 5 elites if we start on this side. That'd be pretty crazy. We can even bail out to this side. Man, these are some good paths. In theory, that means we could take the max HP in order to be able to better take those elites, as well as not having to take a risk on the random rare or the transform 2. I would feel bad about having to take that, but probably just fine. I think since the act layout is so good, I am just going to grab the max HP. We're going to save the random rare start for another time. So now we just got to decide which way to go. This trades 2 elites, 1 campfire for 3 campfires, 1 elite. And honestly, I've noticed recently that Guardian really likes upgrades. Like, they get a lot more powerful if you prioritize upgrades. So it's probably best to not be super greedy with these elites and start on this side. Oh, also, if we wanted to take this elite and be super greedy, we would only have 3 card rewards to do so in the first place. After the campfire, though, we'd have 1 more fight before the elite. So we'd get our 4th thing anyways. That being said, getting the upgrade before the elite and then 1 right after is really nice. So I think I am going to stick with the left side. And I am going to go these 4 fights, like I usually do. And then we can maybe even decide to take a shop. Maximum gold we can get from this is 80, 20 apiece. The average we're going to get is 60. And I think the maximum roll for a common relic is 168. It's 150 plus or minus. It's 150 plus 10%, 165, and then plus or minus 5%, which is 8. So 173 would be the maximum we could roll for a common or shop relic. And 165 minus 8, 157 would be the lowest. That's a good range to keep in mind. 161. Sorry, 157 to 173. Okay. Alright, I'm going to fix the frame rate lag and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. The frame rate will no longer lag as bad as it just was. Let's start. Being attacked for 14, we would take 3 strikes to kill the front one, we take 8. This way we take 4. Do I want to play Gear Up now or when I draw Curl Up? I think I want the chance of being able to kill this in case I miss the Curl Up. Because if we do hit, we'll be fine to just play both in the same hand anyway. Okay. Maybe that was wrong. I don't know. Because we're taking 3 here. I didn't really think about that much. Oh yeah, since we have a loose Sapphire, hitting that 4-6 campfire is also a good idea for that reason. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. A second Sapphire, Charge Core, or Multi-Beam. I am a big proponent on taking area of effect damage. So I think Multi-Beam is good. It's not as necessary now that Time Bomb exists. I think it's still important to take it, though. I don't know if it's good enough for an elite right now. I mean, it might help with sentries, but not by that much. Charge Core does a little bit more damage, but only once. I'm gonna stick with the multi-beam. That's what I know to do. Oh yeah, my map marks disappeared. I forgot about that. Classic turn 1 Jawworm turn. If I do this, we enter defensive, but Jawworm might not even be attacking next turn, so... yeah. We have a defend next turn. Maybe it still would have been a good idea to enter defensive the turn before, just in case there was a 17 attack. I'm a little bit rusty since I have taken almost a week off from recording. Vent Steam is still great. Charge Up has its merits here, but I think Vent Steam is just better. And I think it's okay to take that because Multi-Beam is good against sentries and this is bad, so it kind of balances out and carries us in both situations, whether we get sentries or not. Let's put the map marks back. Then we'll decide here as well. Yeah. Cool. Temporal Strike, Strike for Strike, Piercing Hide. This feels like a good strike for strike. 13 damage is quite a bit. And the downside is usable for Thorns, for Brace. Yeah. I'm going to do this. Enter defensive now. This is 7 with vulnerable. If I play multi-beam, if I do like Vent Steam, Strike for Strike, multi-beam. Actually, I think there's a lot of ways we could do this, but I'm going to do it this way. There we go. Laser turret. That's also really good. Resilient plate I'm also a fan of, but early laser turret. It's been a long time since I've had this card. Damage, consistent damage every turn is pretty darn good. Right now we're at 16 cards, which is above the 15 card rule, which is absolutely fine. Couple things to think about here. If we want to enter a shop, shop could remove a card and then we have our 15 exactly. 16 is not that much worse than 15. You only reshuffle without one card in your draw pile rather than 4 if you had 14. So that's great for Knob and Sentries and sometimes even Lagavulin. Hitting that 15 cards is really, really important for those early elites. That being said, we do also have a gem. So, I don't know. We hit 164. Oh wait, no, that's not the number. I was thinking 174. We got 65 gold. That's slightly above average. The average common relic is 165. We have decent chances of rolling 2 different ones in the shop. So maybe we'd be able to get one, but then again, we might not even want to buy it. Having multiple choices is what allows us, allows a shop to be good like that. So maybe we just save our gold. If we do hit a really good common relic early, though, that's going to be very good for us. Alright, I'm going to cash in. If we get lucky, then we're going to be sitting pretty for the rest of the game. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not the common relic I want either. Welp, that feels bad. But oh well. I can buy roll attack, card remove, and then socket the Sapphire into it, and then that's a brace 12. That could be an alternate way to brace enough to go into defensive with gear up. There's also future plans here. Future plans is very, very strong. Time bomb is also available in case we want even more AoE. Quartz is also pretty good in general. Got some good options at least. If I take future plans, then I have to choose between roll attack and card remove. Future plans card remove is 158 gold, so we only have 6 left. Future plans roll attack is 112, leaving us with 52. Not enough for a potion. Not enough for anything, actually. Might still be a little early for card remove. Actually, we've taken 3 damage cards plus Vent Steam. If we bought roll attack, that would be another attack. Let's see. Future Plans Multi-Beam is also really, really strong. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with that card remove here. I think both of these cards are very, very strong for us right now, so we're just going to go like that. I'm going to remove these marks so we can see where we went. We're going to immediately put this Sapphire into the roll attack. We did have other sockets, but I think roll attack is fine enough as a card as it is that we buy it there. I guess I could have considered just throwing this into a different one and then buying this in the card remove. Overall, I think this is still a good card, so I don't necessarily believe that it was a bad idea. Let's see. Laser turret upgrades to 7? Yeah. Multi-beam also upgrades to 7. So upgrades by 4. I think the multi-beam upgrade is probably the best for us. It synergizes with future planes even more. Increases the card's damage by 2 instead of 1. So if we keep that in stasis for a few turns during sentries, we'll be able to kill them very easily. You can also use it in the Lagavulin fight, similarly, since we have setup time. Yeah, I'm going to stick with multi-beam. It is in fact Lagavulin. I may want to play roll attack for an opening turn damage, so I'm going to keep gear up as is. And wait to use that to enter defensive. It'd be great if Curl Up hits multi-beam here. If it hits gear up, that's not a big deal. We'll still get it out by the time that Lagavulin wakes up. Okay. Vent Steam roll attack. I was kind of wondering if that would happen. That's fine though. I think we'll be okay. The only thing we'd have to worry about is the second attack turn, since we won't be in defensive mode for that. I think regardless we have to do this though. In theory we could re-enter defensive in time. Just like this. I think we want to do Vent Steam still. Future Plans I think is too late. We're going to be killing Lagavulin very quickly. Are we? There's actually not that much damage in the draw pile. We drew all of our good cards. Could save this for a better turn. Could save Strike for a better turn. Yeah, let's just do Future Plans. And let's hope we draw Curl Up. It's 50-50. We did not. Okay. Oh, that's just how it is sometimes. Okay. So we take 10 damage this fight. A little disappointing. You usually can avoid taking damage in Lagavulin fight. But we did not this time. Immediately got a kill afterwards. Vajra is a great start. Garnet. Even with Vent Steam, I think it's still okay. We can either throw it in the Vent Steam or the Twin Slam. Charge up, eh. Although he did just take a bunch of attacks. Even more reason for Garnet to be good, honestly, with all the attack density. Always having the vulnerable means we'll be able to kill things fast. Charge up for extra block is fine, but I think this is better for us right now, and we can find more block cards later. So, what do we put this in? Vent Steam or Twin Slam? With the number of attacks we've taken, Twin Slam is looking less and less appealing, just in general. We'd also have to spend 2 energy to put the vulnerable down. But maybe that's okay. It's good against sentries, and we know it's a 50-50 for the next elite fight. We could also wait until the next fire. See what the chest gives us, since we're going directly to another fire right after it. So if we do that, what do we upgrade here? Probably laser turret? Oh, you know what? If we upgrade Vent Steam, then we don't need Garnet and Twin Slam. We can just put it in Vent Steam. The only time the Garnet would be useful, I think, in Twin Slam is if it's against sentries. I could be wrong about that. Upgrading Twin Slam is also a thing, but that feels weird. Laser turret is also just a lot of damage. I don't know, we got a lot of good stuff to think about here. I don't think we need a vent steam upgrade immediately. Let's upgrade laser turret first. Then, if we decide to put the gem into Twin Slam, we'll upgrade Twin Slam. The Ornithopter, that is a great early relic as well. So it doesn't really affect our decision here. We could go for Super Elite. That is definitely something we could try. You know, the double vulnerable from Garnet against sentries, that would also require us to have the multi-beam in hand for that to be useful. So that's a big set of circumstances that are hard to complete. So I think this is going to go into Vent Steam. We'll strip Artifact one time, we'll use Future Plans to keep multi-beam for the right time when we redraw it, I guess. Yeah. So now what do we upgrade? We can upgrade Curl Up. Just get that utility very early. I think that's a good idea. We have Flex Potion and Vajra for extra damage, so we don't need to upgrade a damage card right now. We don't need to upgrade Vent Steam right now. Future Plans, I think it's too early. Especially going into Act 2. Unless we get like an Anchor or something. So yeah, let's get some extra utility. And let's go to the Super. It is Regen Sentries. Probably the worst for this deck. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to enter defensive. We have to decide, are we going to play Laser Turret or are we going to play Vent Steam? Because one of the two are going into stasis. I think we put Vent Steam into stasis because, unfortunately, applying 2 vulnerable comes first, so a 1 vulnerable to all enemies will only make 1 sentry vulnerable for 1 turn. Which means that we want this on a turn that we're playing damage cards. So, yeah. We're going to do this. We're also going to get a head start on our damage on this first sentry. And hope that we can kill it fast, because regen is not fun. Okay, multi-beam is here. Yeah, let's do Future Plans on multi-beam. Let's not do that. Let's use Future Plans on multi-beam. And then this turn we can Vent Steam the middle one, I guess. Maybe get a kill. Depends on whether... No, it didn't. Maybe we can still get this kill. We have Strike for Strike. This is 10, wow. Wait, this is 15 times 3. I forgot that we had Vajra, so that helps quite a bit. That 1 strength made it go from 13 with vulnerable to 15 with vulnerable thanks to rounding. 1 strength can do that if you start with an odd number. Can we... This is 25, and 15 is not enough? Okay. Alright, well this is great. Doing 30 damage to all enemies. That actually kills the front one too. Awesome. We have 2 strikes next turn. We kill sentries in 3 turns. 4 turns? 4 turns. Like, we didn't even need the reshuffle. We killed it on the first shuffle. Meal ticket. More healing. Onyx. Ooh. I could see myself putting that into Twin Slam eventually. We would just need a good gem to go with it. Or it could also go in Strike for Strike. I think this is definitely early enough that we can take this. Although, Resilient Plate? Wait, Resilient Plate better? And there's also a Ruby here, which is funny, but I don't... Well, we could put it in Vent Steam. I think we can just find rubies later, though. Well, I'm just now realizing Flex Potion has synergies with both of these. Whew, this is a tough decision. Onyx has the advantage of being a gem, which means it can be socketed into another card and not cost a draw, or energy. But Resilient Plate has the advantage of bracing for 8, as well as reducing debuffs by an additional amount, unless we threw Onyx into Twin Slam. It also means that whatever we put Onyx in, if we want to use it properly, we'd have to play the card that it's in for energy. So I guess the 0 energy thing doesn't matter, unless it's unsocketed. Since we've upgraded Curl Up and Roll Attack, Resilient Plate gets better for re-entering defensive the second time, which is actually a consideration right now since we have so much brace. We got Curl Up plus Roll Attack with Sapphire and Gear Up. So all 4 of those together make 42, which means that we would only need 1 more of any card in order to re-enter defensive on the reshuffle. And that's pretty darn good. It's our boss. It's Guardian. I don't know. I feel like both of these are good. I am leaning towards a Resilient Plate, though, just for defensive capabilities. Future Plans, I think, should help enough in the Guardian fight to not need to worry about defense. We also have tons of healing. Another advantage, I guess, of Onyx is that if we throw it in Twin Slam, we can just throw another gem in there, and then we don't have to draw it with any other gems in order for it to work. I guess if we're going to do that strategy, what temporary buff would we want? It looks like we're doing a lot of defensive mode stuff, so I don't think we would care about dexterity here. Although that could change over time. I think strength would be the one that we want to keep. But I don't really like putting strength gems into Twin Slam. It would have to go into Vent Steam, which I guess is fine. If we draw Vent Steam and Twin Slam on the same turn, we can keep both strength. It would just cost an extra energy to do so. We could put some other gem into Twin Slam as well. Also wouldn't want to put a strength gem into Strike for Strike. Does that mean Resilient Plate's also bad if we don't want to do any of that stuff with these cards? We could also pick up Bubble Burst or Exploit gems from the boss. And then that would make Onyx really good. I don't mind putting a strength gem into Bubble Burst if there's an Onyx. You get to keep 1 more strength. Stasis makes it actually cost 0, as opposed to Twin Slam always costing 1 minimum. Thanks to the second Slam always costing 1. If we get Snecko Eye, Resilient Plate becomes a lot worse, but Onyx is only marginally worse. I like the possibilities for Onyx, but I'm still leaning Resilient Plate. It just hurts to pass up a rare. Maybe this should be a learning day? I don't know. I feel like giving up Resilient Plate wouldn't be too much of a downside for this to be a learning thing. I'm going to go with Resilient Plate. I think the thing that tips me over to this instead of this is the fact that enemies that give me the 3 big ones, vulnerable, weak, and frail, I'll be able to reduce those debuffs by a lot more with this than with Onyx. And that combined with the brace keeps me a lot safer. So even though this has potential, this has safety. So I'm going to stick with that. That hurts, though. I'm at 51 HP. I could take another fight instead of a question mark. And I value fights more than question marks because of gold and card rewards and potions. Even though I know that you can be taking 20 damage at any time. Actually, is this the time to flex pot? It's 13 times 3? Yeah, not quite. It saves us... We can't do it for 2 energy either. What we could do is enter defensive to save 8 instead. Yeah, that way we take 12 instead of 15. Okay. I guess I'll keep multi-beam for next turn. That'll be 30 damage. In theory, so I want to go for this guy in case this guy doesn't attack. Sounds good. This guy usually doesn't attack on turn 2, but there's about a 1 in 3 chance that he does. Oh, I have block anyway. I'll have block for next turn as well. I might as well do that. There we go. We got another flex potion. Interesting. I think I do value the flex over the weak potion this early. I think the enemies have low enough HP and Guardian counts thanks to their defensive mode. And they don't attack for enough that weak potion is worse. Suspension, huh? That would have been another good strength gem slot. But we have Resilient Plate, so I can still do that. Priming Shot, not worth it here. We've got enough brace already. Yeah, I'm going to take this. I think that since we're still on 3 energy, well, we have Future Plans and Curl Up. It's probably still fine. We can't skip it anymore, though. But that's still okay because we can put stuff into stasis from our hand, which is the same as Future Plans. Also, it lets us save ethereal cards, which Future Plans no longer does. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna dump this. 39 HP. Yeah, we're gonna go for another upgrade here. I am confident that we can handle whatever our next fight is. Gremlin Knob, just on the virtue of us having 2 flex potions. 1 is enough. 2 is guarantee. And Lagavulin just easy for Guardian. Do we upgrade Resilient Plate already? I feel like that's a bit weird. I think we upgrade Suspension. Just so we don't dead draw. Yeah. Since I did the math on Brace on our second shuffle, Resilient Plate is actually relevant 100% of the time. Just takes a bit to get there. I'm gonna... Do I want to keep 2 strength or do I want to save this? Oh, that's a tough question. It's a really interesting one, too. I could also just not use it. I could just play the strike. Because I have other ways to enter defensive. Roll attack and curl up both give me enough brace. Yeah, I'm just going to wait to use this. I don't think keeping 2 permanent strength is going to be enough. Oh, hey. I can use that to get rid of Vulnerable. I could not do that with Onyx. Very notably. Well, this is a bit scary, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll take 10 damage here. Actually, if I do this, it goes to 20 anyways. Worth, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, goodbye, Vulnerable. 31. Well, that's scary. I think we save multi-beam for 1 more turn before we use it, which thankfully we can do very easily. This will be 18 times 3 next turn, which is 54. 82 minus 54 is 28. And we can do that pretty easily, so we don't have to take damage from strike for strike here. I wonder how much HP we actually saved by playing those defense. $18 times 3. Had to double check. I've made mistakes like that before that really hurt. I wonder if we could have saved 11 HP by using one of those. What do we have left? 41 or something? No, this would have been 21 at most. We don't need liquid bronze anyway. Roomba's Pocket Sentry, as a reminder, it got nerfed. It now only applies 1 week to all enemies every 3 turns and doesn't do damage anymore. Fragmented Gem. Well, we still don't have strength, except for Vajra. So, but we do have 2 flex pots. And we are leaning into strength, so if we take strength gems, Twin Slam might actually be a good thing to have with Frag Gem. I guess at worst we remove Twin Slam at some point, if it's not actually paying off for us. We don't need the reroute, we have future plans. Charge Core. Charge Core is interesting, but I don't think it gives us enough here. Extra draw for 2 turns is not quite enough for 1 turn immediately. Except under certain circumstances. And we're not taking it for damage. Screw it. If it pays off, it'll definitely have been worth it. Do we want it in Twin Slam? I don't think we want it in Vent Steam. I know there's vulnerable there, but we want strength more than we want vulnerable for a Shiv. Strike for strike, Suspension, definitely no. Alright, we're going to stick with that plan. Throw it in Twin Slam. If we don't get strength, we just remove the Twin Slam. You know what? It actually does more damage than a strike, so I guess we remove strikes now. That's fine. What do we want to upgrade? Is it time for the Resilient Plate upgrade now? You know, we're at 18 HP versus Guardian, but I think with our potions we should be absolutely fine. Right? What's our attack density here? 9 out of 19. That's fine, I think. I guess there is a chance that even with 1 flex pot we don't get there. We could use both flex pots. That'd really suck, though. We want to go into next act with something. You know, the reshuffle actually becomes very relevant going into Act 2, so maybe Resilient Plate is a good idea here. I can also use this to keep strength from a flex pot. Still. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I don't think the odds are very high that we whiff. Yeah, we can. There's Twin Slam with Flex Potion. Oh, and we get to keep the strength. Awesome. I want to play Laser Turret, but is it worth it? It is actually, isn't it? Because it's going to do this damage next turn as well. Yeah, we're good. Alright, cool. I don't know if it was necessary to use the flex pot there, but I definitely wanted to. Okay. So we have both Roll Attack and Curl Up coming up, which means we don't have to play Gear Up. That being said, I do have energy for it. And nothing else in this hand does anything. It's not like this would get us into defensive, whereas another card wouldn't anyway, so I don't know if what I just said makes sense. I'm going to put a defend in for the second multi-attack. The weaken is kind of nice. I want to play Vent Steam. I think Roll Attack is better. Yeah, let's put Multi-Beam into Stasis now. Okay. I'm just going to throw this back into stasis. I'm going to play Vent Steam, and I'm going to curl up Twin Slam. There's Resilient Plate, but there's also Roll Attack, so... I guess I should just play this and then play Laser Turret. And then we keep scaling up our multi-beam in the meantime. In the beam time. Awful puns. Barely even a pun. We just drew all of our defense. That's okay though. I'm gonna use them to do big damage. How much is this doing next? 18 times 3, you say? We got curl up roll attack. It's not enough. I think we just have to take the 4 damage from attacking it, because we can't block. Even if we used Vent Steam with Defend, this would only be 27. So yeah, we're going to take our 4 damage, and we're going to be happy about it. Because we are very strong. Okay. This feels like a very clear Spheric Shield. Speed Boost does synergize with what we're doing with our Stasis right now, and lets us take more Stasis stuff for more power. But Spheric Shield being a defensive stall card is just very, very good. And Time Sifter just sucks. Honestly, both Time Sifter and Speed Boost could use some help. Well, looks like we're getting energy, which is great. I don't want to give up gold if I don't have to. Runic Dome, how bad is that for us? Well, control over defensive mode is pretty important. Alright, let's sort it like this. Yeah, there's our new cards. Control over defensive mode is pretty important for when you know the enemy's going to be attacking, but you don't always know that with Runic Dome. You can memorize patterns, but stuff like Gremlin Leader, you really do need to know when they're attacking. Thankfully, that is the only Act 2 elite that has a massive difference in their intents. Unless you get Book of Stabbing to like turn 5 or 6, then the single attack is much better than the multi. But otherwise, Slavers almost always do the same thing anyway. The only thing that you could really be worried about is Red Slaver entangling you turn 2. Maybe turn 3 sometimes you could be worried about. There's also Slaver's Collar. We have defensive mode pretty easily, actually. The only time we don't have it is if we draw Resilient Plate instead of Curl Up or Roll Attack. I guess Curl Up and Roll Attack, it's like a 44% to hit on turn 1. That's pretty low. Oh, we also have Spheric Shield. Okay, so that's, let's see. What are the odds here? There's, so 15 out of 20. Yep, that's not 20. 15 out of 20 times 14 out of 19 times 13 out of 18. 40% to miss, looks like. That's still rounded. 15 out of 20 times 14 out of 19 times 13 out of 18. Multiply by 100 to get the actual percent. That's not 1,000. I guess we'll get an extra decimal point. 39.9%. Okay, so it's almost exactly 40%. Got it. So with Spheric Shield, that actually gives us a 60% chance to hit defensive mode on turn 1, which is pretty good. And that's important because hallway fights the biggest reason we would be taking an extra energy is for hallway fights. But if we can get into defensive mode most of the time on turn 1, then we're pretty safe. We don't take very much damage. We also have healing available to us. And this does get, this can get bad at the heart. The only time I would really think that Runic Dome is way better here is if we have a strategy that is either very defensive or very offensive. And while we have strong portions of both, that means that we have to control when we do each. Whereas in a defensive-focused or offensive-focused builds, there's not as much decision-making. You're just going full into whatever you were doing, which means that you don't need to know enemy intent since you were going to do the same thing anyways. Here I think we just take this. I don't think we want to take these downsides. This hurts in the heart, and also, excuse me, I had to sneeze. In the heart and the Act 4 elites, this will hurt, and this will get worse over time. Although I don't think this is super punishing, I won't avoid it at all costs. I don't think we need to take it here. And Slaver's Collar, I think we can handle hallway fights pretty easily. We also have healing in multiple fashions. This would actually be a very bad thing with Ectoplasm. We want that healing. So yeah, I'm going to go Slaver's Collar. Collector is our Act 2 boss. The hardest one of the 3. There are 3 elite paths on the... 3 paths? Plural? I think there's only 1. It's like this. But these other paths have 3 campfires, 2 elites. Actually, there's only 1 again. Well, I guess 2 if you go count that. We do have gold, so I think we're going to go through here. We could also do this. Yeah, we have 200 gold, so I want to go here or here. Is it better to take 3 elites or 2 elites and 3 campfires? We'd sacrifice 1 elite to get an extra campfire, extra 2 campfires. You know, Jorbs gave an interesting metric a while ago. I don't know if it's the right word for how he makes the decisions, and he says that an elite is worth roughly 1.5 campfires. So losing 1 elite for 2 campfires is gaining a value of 2x for a cost of 1.5x, and x is just whatever value you're getting from 1 campfire. So you're getting an extra half x value. That being said, we don't have very good upgrades right now. Spheric Shield only upgrades by 5, which I guess isn't nothing, it's just not amazing. Not a priority upgrade for me. It's like chip damage upgrade, which is what you would upgrade defense for. Although, of course, Spirit Shield, you're getting the value of 2 defense at once. Vent Seam upgrade is still not necessary right now. Twin Slim upgrade, we're still... I guess that's good. I guess we could find other cards that are good too, but honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards this right path. Take more elites, I think, is better than taking more campfires for upgrades that we're not sure we'll get. There's another shop up here. So yeah, while this path over here is very powerful, and you know, I somewhat agree with Jorbs' metric that he, the rule of thumb that he said. I think in this particular situation, this is better for us. Of course, everything in the Spire is situational, so got to take everything as they come rather than just what am I trying to say here? Rather than just following rules. Alright, This is... okay. We don't often do this, but we're in that weird little middle state where this is just enough damage to make me wonder which one is better to kill, better to target first. We did just draw like all of our good damage cards again. Literally all of our good damage, except for Twin Slam. I just realized that since we have Vajra, this is actually 4 extra damage. We can enter defensive, so that's good. That's very nice. We do not have the ability to kill any of them with even the flex pot. Maximum we can do is 14, 8, and 8, 16, plus 14 is 30, plus 3 times 5, 45. Not quite enough. Oh, if I do roll attack gear up, I can't play laser turret anyway. Let's see. Our damage in our draw pile is 7, 14, 20, 28, plus 22, 50, plus whatever we get from vent steam. But that's if we draw our entire pile. So let's say this upgrades the damage by about half. It upgrades half of our damage for half a piece. So 50 times 0.25 is 12. We'll round that up to 13. No, we'll round it down to 12 since these are all odd numbers. So we have 62 damage in our draw pile. Over 3 turns is roughly 21 damage a turn. So if we're doing 20 damage this turn, thanks to Thorns, 21 damage next turn, and then 21 damage on turn 3, that's enough to kill the Mugger. And I don't think there's much room for error, so we shouldn't go for that left one. Okay. We're going to take 12 here, that's just how it goes. Wasn't any opportunity to save HP with potions either. Oh, this is nice. We have to use Spheric Shield to save HP here? That's fine, I guess. And yeah, I am just going to do that one. Attack me again. Do it. Ooh, that does not make me happy. Looks like they're going to get away with some of our gold. Uh, 7 is 10. Then Shiv is 5, which is 7. So... no, wait, this is 6. So that's 9, 7, 9, 7, 32. 42? Can we get 11? No. Okay, so we just attack this guy 4 times. With this, saves us the most damage. What would we need to kill here? Another turn, I think. Multi-beam with Flexpot? Yeah, this isn't enough. Not even with Flexpot. So it looks like we lose that on 40 gold. That's sad. Another multi-beam. Not here. Shield Charger. You know, actually, I think yes. I think yes to the Shield Charger here. We're already relying on defensive mode quite a bit, so it's not like adding this for extra setup is going to hurt us very much. And I think it's going to save us more HP on average than it takes away, so I'm going to grab it. We're going to go right. Another fight where we get our gold stolen. Not today. Give me multi-beam. Hell yeah. That's 13 times 3, 39. That'll kill the front too. Pretty darn good. No one is left to scream bear. Goodbye. I didn't think about that one very much. I don't know if there was an opportunity to optimize, but honestly, that fight, you just want to end fast. So... oh hey, a suspension plus again. But this time there's a ruby in the, in here, so... ooh, synergy actually. Red Mask plus Roomba's Pocket Sentry. But anyway, Ruby and Suspension. I don't think we take another Suspension, We're already fighting for space in stasis. So I think we take the Ruby. And yeah, I know it's unsocketed right now, and we're going to wait a bit to socket it, but we were looking for strength and we found it, so that's what's important here. I think this is going to be gear up, strike, laser turret, so let's keep multi-beam for a future turn. Not enough to enter defensive, huh? I have to do defend shield charger as well. I drew 2 defends on turn 1, which really sucked. Defend resilient plate puts me in... No, defend shield charger still puts me in defensive next turn because of the brace from this. 11 minus 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So yeah. We don't want to use the Dex potion then. Might as well just play these. I don't care. I am frail, but defensive block is always the same number, so no big deal. I'm going to do future plans here over Vent Steam. Vent Steam will strip Artifact, but we'll only make them vulnerable for 1 turn, so might as well wait. See if we can do better. Looks like we're still in defensive mode, so let's do this. They are going to block again, but I think we'll have enough damage now. Vent Steam will come out, we'll have 1 turn of vulnerable plus laser turret. Do we want to stall? Do we want to stall Arimba's Pocket Sentry? We could absolutely do it. At least for 1 turn. And honestly, that's all we need, because we have Red Mask. Right. So yeah, let's suspend multi-beam. And I guess we'll do that. Why not? Goodbye. Very nice. Liquid Bronze. We just fought our 2 easy pool fights, so birds are only in the picture for Chosen. And it would only be 1 bird. Oh. Ancient Power Plus and Quartz. You know, hang on. I think this is better than Dex Potion. We have only 4 defense and Shield Charger. And I guess Spheric Shield, but Shield Charger and Spheric Shield don't really need the extra Dex. So I think Liquid Bronze, like the occasional bird, or even just a normal fight that needs a few more damage, is probably better than a Dex pot. So I'm going to choose to switch that out. Now back to Ancient Power Quartz. I was originally going to put Ruby in Suspension, but now I can put Quartz in that, and I can put Ruby in Vent Steam instead. And especially since we're using future plans on Vent Steam so much, keeping it for the opportune turn is really paying off, and Ruby will make it pay off even more, giving us essentially 3 damage instead of 2 per hit. Ancient Power, though, is even more. Strength, the Dex is kind of unnecessary, as we've already stated. And I think, since we only have 3 energy in most fights, it may actually be a bad idea to take this. The main times that it would be relevant are if we have other damage cards in hand, or if we happen to drop Resilient Plate. But that would take up a lot of our energy, and we're not always going to have that luxury. So taking even more setup, I think, is a bad idea here for our damage. Well, this kind of setup specifically, temporary strength and dex, I don't think will pay off. It hurts to pass up another upgraded card, but, you know, it just be like that. I might consider this later in the run, but I'm going to take the quartz for now. Snecko. So, I got a bunch of things I want to do. I want to go into defensive with Gear Up, Curl Up. I want to play Vent Steam, I want to play Laser Turret, and I want to hold Multi-Beam. You know, maybe holding multi-beam is just greedy. Yeah, it's probably just greedy. Let's do Gear Up. We'll curl up Laser Turret, and then we'll play Vent Steam. Should I have done that the other way around? Maybe I should have played that and then kept the Vent Steam for later. Although I do get a couple more turns of Vulnerable anyway, so no big deal. Do I have Resilient Plate? I got 3 2-cost cards coming up. Alright, I'm just going to draw first. There's Spheric Shield. Alright, let's do Future Plans, Spheric Shield. And then we'll keep this. I don't think any of the options were good. I should have played the 2-cost strike. Then I could have kept the 1-cost strike. Oh, and now I have 27 incoming damage. Great! Not much you can do about that. Resilient Plate cost 1 too much. If it was out now, I could get rid of the Vulnerable. That's just how it is sometimes. Taking 22 damage, sheesh. I probably should just get rid of this Thorn spot so that I can heal. So let's do it. And Resilient Plate. We'll keep the strike for 2 turns from now, just in case it's still going. Probably not going to be. I'm weak again. Goodbye. Alright, potion? No. Ancient Construct, Shield Spikes, and an unupgraded Ancient Power. We're not doing Ancient Construct. Shield Spikes... I guess another front-load card isn't so bad, as well as it bracing 8. Yeah, alright. My win rate for that card is pretty low, but... I don't know. Our only power is Future Plans, which we can just upgrade to make it an 8. I'm not going to spend 267 gold on that. Someone on the Discord somewhat recently said something about how they like to take 2 Future Plans in their runs, and that interested me. We don't have the Accelerate for that, but I have to keep that kind of idea in mind. Unfortunately, this is not Downfall mode, so we can't... So Hand Drill is not very useful. As well as us already having Vulnerable anyway, so... This Amethyst, though, is looking real nice. That'd be a perfect thing to put into Twin Slam. The campfire's coming up. The only problem is that we have an Elite next floor, but we can probably do fine if we just buy the Explosive Pot. That handles Gremlin Leader quite nicely with the Explosive Pot we already have, and Slavers as well for the same reason. And I don't think we'll have much trouble with Book of Stabbing. We have defensive mode for Thorns, as well as scaling with Future Plans, and a lot of defense. So, yeah, I'm going to go Amethyst, Explosive Pot, card remove. Card remove a Strike, I think. Defensive mode does need some block cards for supplement damage. I wonder if removing a Strike is wrong, though. We have Ruby, we have Vent Steam. I think we're relying more on other attacks, though. Do we have events coming up? We do. Would I take Bites? No. I would not take Bites. We have healing from Ornithopter and Meal Ticket. We've already healed from Meal Ticket, in fact. We'd be adding one more card. What is our attack density, again? Still only 9 attacks, but now we have 25 cards because we've taken so many things. We do have 2 explosive pots, though. I think that's reason enough to remove a strike here. Is removing defend that good? I'm gonna go with strike. 92 gold. There was maybe a thought for these two, but I wasn't really feeling paying that much for them. And I don't think I need the energy gen. We're doing pretty good already. Alright, let's see what we get. It is Book of Stabbing. A little bit disappointing, but it's just how it is sometimes. And we drew a pretty bad defensive turn hand, but we can enter defensive next turn, at least with Shield Charger gear up, which means we can use Amethyst this turn. It's exactly enough? Amazing. This is more damage. Got it. Okay, put me in defensive. Roomba's Pocket Sentry still coming in hot, even though it's nerfed. It's pretty darn good. I'm definitely keeping an eye on using one of those pots in case we get another one. I don't think we have to use shield spikes here. It's not like we do anything else this turn, though. We could have put into defensive, but it would take 3 turns, and I think that'd be too late. Alright, 7 times 5, here we go. So this is 10, 20, 30 block, 35, that's exactly enough? Okay. I guess we save the strike then. Enter defensive. Enter defensive again. The thorns, though, they're doing work. So is the weak. Wow. Nerfed from 7 times 6 to 3 times 6, thanks to rounding. We still have thorns, so... Also, this is the single attack coming up next. Which means that we don't have to worry about damage too much. Which means I don't have to use an explosive pot. I have not been keeping track of my potion chance. I think we got 2 potions this act. And we're only here. So... Did we get a fight here? I forget. I don't remember. Either way, I think our potion chance is pretty high. After this, we have 2 more question marks, which could be normal fights before we finally end up here. I think these are still too good to pass, to throw away right now. Like, the average potion I don't think is better than this. Especially since we just fought Book of Stabbing, we know the next elite fight is going to be something that can use these. So I'm going to keep them. Don't give me a potion. Thank you. Strike dummy. Okay. Amber. Let's see. We're throwing Ruby and Vent Steam, Quartz and Suspension, Amethyst and Twin Slam. That leaves Strike for Strike. I guess we could do that. I don't mind that. And we're hitting the campfire immediately, so we don't have any more loose gems. Yeah, let's make that an accelerate card. Ooh. Special relic, you say? It gives me temporary strength, you say? I have a resilient plate, huh? I like that better than the transform here. Although I am very nervous about transforms on Guardian in the first place. And I don't think we need Jaxed. Do we? Maybe we do need Jaxed. Maybe we do. I don't know, I think we can still take advantage of the turn 1 3 strength. At least with Resilient Plate, but sometimes maybe with Multi-Beam or something. If we get an energy from the boss, we're definitely set to use it. Jax might just be good, though. Guardian ends up cycling back through their deck much more quickly than the first time. so we can actually make use of the jacks. Also, we stall, just by virtue of being Guardian. They both look good. I'm just nervous about taking another card here. That's the biggest downside of jacks. You have to draw it and play it. And I think we still have room to improve our scaling in other ways. We're not doing so bad anyway. That being said, it does kind of just solve our problem. Like, if we want to improve our scaling another way, we'd have to take more cards anyway, so why not just take the one that guarantees it? It also braces for 3, which means that with Resilient Plate it can put us into defensive with Gear Up. I definitely prefer the mutagens, but I think this time we're going to take the jacks. Alright, now we get to socket things. What a nice array of gems. Quartz going right into Suspension. Ruby going into Vent Steam. Amber going into Strike for Strike. By the way, if we put Amethyst in Strike for Strike, the enemy would attack us before that comes into play. Also, this doesn't affect the damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now we upgrade Twin Slam. I think Jax upgrades to an extra strength, which is nice, but we want to socket the gem before the Act Boss. So we can just upgrade our Jax there. Happy Flower, that's great. With 3 energy. And means that we might not even have to take an energy relic. We have we have two 2-cost attacks actually. But we're also going into 4 fights in a row. But we do also have healing from Toy Ornithopter, so we have 55 right now. Minus 21 is 34. 34 is doable, but kind of scary. Necronomicon would definitely be the one I want. Enchiridion is probably pretty bad. Random powers are bad on Guardian. And you know, since we just took Jax, we don't have to rely on Necronomicon for damage anyway. And Nilry's Codex, I don't think helps us that much. It probably does in some ways. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to keep our HP. And I don't think the potential of those is good enough for us right now. Okay. You know, somehow we're consistently setting this to a number that gives weak on turn 2, which is awesome. I'm going to keep this Resilient Plate. Ooh, we can just enter defensive here. Twice. We'll gear up, curl up, and then we'll play Spheric Shield. And then these are attacking for, let's see, 10, 10, 8 times 3? No, 11 times 3. And then that's 7, 7, 8 times 3. So 38 damage, we'll have most of that. So yeah, I'm not going to use the Explosive Pot here. We're going to let Gremlin Leader do her thing. Oh, we got Amethyst too. Oh, we got Roll Attack too. Makes him do 1 more damage, but that's okay. Why? Oh, right, I played Amethyst. I was like, why is he doing less damage than I thought? Okay, I can even use Resilient Plate to get rid of these debuffs, which is great. Hi, Jax. How are you? I'm probably going to need you this fight, so I'm going to use you. Yeah. Want to use Shield Charger now or Shield Spikes now? This pays off in 2 turns, but it also gets rid of our stuff. Do I even have a way to enter defensive? I don't. So I just gotta hope I don't get attacked next turn, because that would really suck. That would really, really suck. Okay, this is how we prevent next turn from being a disaster. 10 block. Okay, we're good. Did not get attacked. Also, we can play strike for free. Oh, do we have a kill here? We do. Wow. That was amazing. I think I should use a potion for healing here. Because the next fight is another hallway. Which means we probably won't need this, so... This is on a good number right now, so I don't want to stall. We got a potion. And we got supply scroll. Okay. Garnet is back. No. Not this time. Walker Claw Plus, however. With our strength. We don't have very much energy, though, is the problem. I guess we have a little bit more thanks to Happy Flower and Supply Scroll. I don't mind Supply Scroll being on turn 3 since we have Happy Flower. We have this to supplement this until we get to turn 3. So that's fine. Oh, Arumba's Pocket Sentry and Happy Flower are now synced up in terms of their cycle. 3 turns apiece. You know what? I think we can afford to not take Walker Claw. It's expensive. We have other expensive stuff. I think we take like a Polybeam. Maybe. Yeah. Oh hey, it's these guys. I'm gonna use the Jacks here too. Yeah. Hopefully we get the kill next turn. I'm gonna keep defend for 2 turns from now. We get energy this turn. Very nice. I'm gonna enter defensive. I guess I might also want to play multi-beam next turn. But I also don't want to take 8 extra damage. Yeah, let's just wait. Let's use Vent Steam later instead. Let's make sure we have enough block for this turn, no matter what our draw is. Okay. I guess we do this, so we have Thorns. I don't want to accelerate this, though. I guess we can just put it back into defensive for next turn. If we want. Re-entering defensive. This is another 20 brace, so yeah, we can do that. It's 18. But it's also blocking for another, what, 10? 15? 15. And then this comes out. Oh, we get to keep that strength for next turn anyway. So yeah, let's just do laser turret like that. This is set to 1, huh? Let's set it to 2 then. And let's set Happy Flower to 1. I guess this is how we have to set it up, 2 and 1. From now on. And remember, strike for strike doesn't hurt you if they're dead. Cool. I could have considered using a potion there as well, but I figured that it probably was still okay. I don't want these. I already have enough stasis. I already have enough vulnerable. Piercing Hide is not good enough. Piercing Hide is like a weaker, it's kind of like a weak jack of all trades. It's good sometimes whenever you just need value, but not very good at being good at things. If only I could be defensive. If only I could have been in defensive mode and played that. Instead, I will have to settle for this. What if there was an argument for using this to keep 2 dexterity or something? Not weakened, not vulnerable, that's great. I will be vulnerable this turn, but I'm still not being weakened, which is still very good. I will be re-entering defensive mode here. This is not 30 damage, so that's good. I'm just gonna go for this guy. So draw pile, defense, a few defense. I think we want to kill faster, so strike it is. Okay, we got a strike. Man, this is going to be a good turn. Do we want to use jacks? I feel like we don't want to use jacks. Let's throw this in. Yeah, we'll be fine. This is enough to enter defensive again, in fact. Those are both 19 damage? Wow. I could just kill both of them. I have enough block for next turn, I think. No, not quite, because this guy is shackled and he gains a strength every turn. So not quite. It's fine, though. Oh wait, I can accelerate a strikeout. That's right. Cool. Yeah, strike it is. Didn't need the jacks. Oh, we got both. And I'm still not going to use it. I want this on 2, though. That's fine. Oh, I just realized Laser Turret is taking up so much space with future plans that Shield Charger might have trouble. Okay, we take 1 damage to set this up properly. I think that's worth it. Yep. Dreamcatcher. Oh, Giga Beam. Stasis Field, not the time, I don't think. Floating Orbs... I mean, we have Stasis, we have Jax, we have Crystal Shiv, we have Suspension. So it's doing some things. I don't think we need it, though, do we? I think at best we're getting 8 damage a turn from it, on average. I guess 12 if we upgrade it. I feel like we just want to use Jax more. Do we want to use Giga Beam at all? I don't think we have the Strength Gen to keep that relevant in Act 3. Even though it does work well with Vent Steam. Actually, Vent Steam might be enough. With the upgrade, that's 48 times 1.5, 72 damage to all enemies. We also have Resilient Plate to get rid of the debuffs sometimes. I feel like it'd be another card that goes into defensive and just stays there for a while, though. So I think we're going to skip. I think we'll have enough strength with our deck to not need to take something that requires so much work to make happen. It's going to be nice, though. We're going to enter defensive. We're going to have more block here. So I'm going to do that first in case we get strike for strike. That way we accelerate the damage, not the block. We don't need Jax this fight either. I'll keep this for 2 turns from now, since we know it won't be attacking in 2 turns. Most of the time. Actually, I think there is some chance-based stuff going on with that, now that I think about it. I do not 100% remember. If I re-enter defensive, I'll be able to keep the block from Shield Charger here. Any defensive card will do. Resilient Plate it is. And we want to stall... Or do we not? Maybe Happy Flower's fine on this turn. Getting us 4 energy for turn 1 may actually be more important. Also, weaken on turn 3 is fine, because if a collector buffs turn 2, and we weaken turn 2, then we've not only whiffed, but also we're getting attacked for more damage than if we whiffed on turn 3 and got attacked on turn 2. So yeah, this is actually fine to do right now. We get more energy for turn 1, so we can guarantee our setup is good. Spiker Protocol. Another shield charger? Sure. I'll take a second one. And I think that's all I'm going to take. Amethyst goes into Twin Slam. I think this is the second time we've had this Twin Slam. Amethyst and Crystal Shiv. Very interesting. Now we upgrade the Jacks, I think. No, we upgrade Future Plans. Future Plans is more important here. That's our big scaling damage. Or big scaling in general. It's not damage. Act 3 is definitely a good time to start with that. We have 5 energy turn 1, and we got this. Great. Do we play Kira? Do we play Gear Up? Do I take Skill Potion to, like, draw cards? What cards even draw in Guardian's Kit? Hang on, I can do a quick look up here. There's a bot on the Discord that lets you search for specific things. Guardian type equals skill. Draw card. No, it's type equals card. Quartz, Exploit Gems, Suspension Plus, Overload. That's it. A bunch of cards that draw 1, and then Overload. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. So no Skill Pot. We'll use that for Stasis and or block. I guess Stasis is not so bad. We do have Future Plans, though. Actually, I want to use Multi-Beam next turn. Whenever the stuff is summoned. So maybe I do use the Skill Pot this turn to try and make something happen. Yeah, sure. Pre-program, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's see what our next hand is. Twin Slam plus Shield Spikes, Suspension, Roll Attack. Those are all pretty good. I could put Suspension into Stasis and then use that to draw one extra card next turn, since it comes out immediately. And then we also have Twin Slam Shield Spikes for defensive purposes. So yeah, that's fine, actually. Alright. Didn't use any more energy as a result, but it's fine. Also, I don't think it's very likely we'll play Multi-Beam next turn unless she's not attacking. She's not attacking. Very nice. So yeah, this is 48 damage, which means that we can just put anything into Stasis here. Let's see what our options are. Shield Charger. Yes, that's the one. And then we'll figure out what to do with Future Plans in a sec. Unfortunately, Resilient Plate comes out a bit too early. Actually, maybe we just put it back into Stasis once it comes out. Because next turn is her attack turn or resummon turn. Depends on what she decides to do. And then the turn after is her debuff turn, but that only happens after I take my turn. So this would have to be one more turn. So yeah, let's save this for a couple turns from now. Right? Maybe we don't, actually. Because our deck only has 10 more cards. We're drawing 2 extra next turn, and then we reshuffle the turn this is supposed to come out. Which means that by the time we redraw it, it may actually be better to just wait. It's a little bit inconsistent, but I think it's still worth it. So what do we put in, then? Twin Slam comes out on the turn that she's not attacking, so no to that. Shield Spikes comes out on the turn after the debuffs, so that seems like a good idea. Okay. Okay, so we got an attack turn. That's fine. I think it's early to enter defensive mode here. So I want to put Shield Charger into stasis. I don't want to play Strike for Strike. I also want to do damage next turn if I can. So let's do Vent Steam, Strike, Defend, Defend, and then we'll just throw Shield Charger into stasis. Now we have an extra, an empty stasis slot again, I think? No. Never mind. Stasis is in progress. We can re-enter defensive mode if I do this. 12 and 4 is 16, plus 8 is 24, plus I guess we'd need one more card. Jax would do it. Okay. I'll put Multi-Beam back. That's fine by me. Oh, right, we get 4 more from this as well. Forgot. So we do actually re-enter defensive mode if we want. That is a lot of block. I can even keep it for an additional turn. That seems good, because if she buffs next turn, I won't be able to keep all this block. So yeah, let's do this. Reprogram the defend, we're not going to need it. For multi-beam back into stasis. Okay. Now we know she's buffing next turn, but oh well. The braces for 4. There's a chance that we can re-enter defensive if I do this. So I'll take it. And we'll throw multi-beam back into stasis. Alright, give me 18 brace, please. That's not 18 brace. That's okay. We deal a lot of damage. Yeah, I'll do it. Not like we can do anything else this turn. Also, being able to kill next turn seems like a great idea. It'll even set up our stuff perfectly. That'll be great. Resummoning. That's not the time for resummoning. You're crazy if you think that's going to work. Okay, I think that was a 0 damage fight. Things just worked out very well for us. Okay, Onyx is here again. I'm actually glad I didn't take the first one, because we didn't take nearly enough temporary buffs for this to work. Resilient Plate does a way better job with Brace and just getting rid of enemy debuffs. Stasis Engine, I don't think works here. We don't have enough 0-cost cards to make it work. Maybe Twin Slam. Future Planes only gets like 1 card a turn. Like, we only have a few zeros. We need 3 for this to go off. Construction Form, however, is almost never bad. More burst block of a powerful variety. And strength. Okay, so no energy here, but that's fine. We got Happy Flower and Supply Scroll, and I'm feeling good. We have our green key, so Black Star could work out. Although all 3 of these are actually pretty good. How much is my attack density again? I am actually going to need these strikes. I might not need defends, though. I can actually get rid of 2 defends if I want. Sacred Bark is also just great in general. Excuse me. And Black Star is if I really want to just gamble on relics. What have I gotten so far? Common, 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 uncommon. Yeah. Event, uncommon, common, rare, common. More rare relics sounds good, but like, there's also some more factors to think about. Black Star, you're not guaranteed to get a lot of elites in an act. You're not even guaranteed 3. I think you're nearly guaranteed 2, but there's always a chance that you only get 1. Like a very small chance. But some act layouts are so bad that you only get 2 in an act, and then Black Star will feel really bad. We're also only getting it for 1 act, which means a lot less relics. We will get an Act 4 benefit, though. That's always something to keep in consideration. You're always guaranteed 2. 1 in the act and then 1 in Act 4. And we're likely to get 3. So 3 random relics. I don't think that's worth 2 removes or extra potion stuff. You know, for some reason I'm actually leaning towards potions, but it may actually just be smarter to get rid of defense to make our deck more efficient. Then we can hit up some shops and get rid of the rest of them. Oh, Jax has an anti-synergy with Construction Farm. Oh well. I think we still have too many strikes in defense. Getting rid of them will help us quite a bit, so I'm going to go with Empty Cage. I guess to elaborate on that a little bit more, when you have a lot of strikes in defense, you know, you're not going to get like an average of 1 or 2 per hand, right? It's chance based, so that means you can get 0 defense, you can get 0 strikes in defense, you can get 1, you can get the average of 2, or I guess 1.5. 7 out of 24 every hand you get. Yeah, 1.5 is about right. So 1 or 2 on average, but sometimes you get 3, and then your hand is just dead. Removing 2 here will take our deck down to 22 cards. And we only have 5 of them as strikes and defense, and I think the average drops to very close to 1 per turn. So I think our worst turns would only have 2 most of the time. We might get 1 or 2 turns for the rest of the game with 3 in hand. And that will get even scarcer as we remove more. So yeah, making sure that we don't have bad hands is really, really important. And I think that's important enough to take something that's usually considered pretty weak, such as Empty Cage, and makes it really good for us here. Alright, I'm going to take a break to use the bathroom and recharge for maybe an hour or 2. And then I'll be back. So don't go anywhere. And we're back. Alright, how are we going to tackle this act? 3 elites. Sorry, 2 elites, 1 campfire, 2 campfires, 1 elite. I'm also seeing elite campfire options there. There's 2 more elites over here. Could also take a 4 elite route with 1 campfire, 0, excuse me. There's also that. Let's take a look at our deck one more time. How do we handle each of the 3 elites this act? I think we actually handle Giant Head quite well. Construction Farm helps with that a lot. As well as just having laser turret and all that. Reptimancer, we have multi-beam, but that's only 1 card out of our deck. We still have decent attack density in the deck, about a third. So we can expect to get a reasonable number of attacks to take out the daggers. Also, Construction Form is great against Reptimancer's big attack, as well as deflecting Dagger large attacks. And finally, Nemesis. I think we have enough control over our defensive mode to not have to worry too much. So I think there is some room for doubt about how good we are at elites, but overall I think we are equipped. I do want to take a shop. If I go the left route, I have to forego all the shops, so it looks like we're not going this way. There's a shop down there, and we already saw the shop up here. It's a lot of fights, but, you know, it doesn't really bother me. Do we have upgrades we want? By now we should. I'm guessing, yeah, 2 shield chargers are really good. Jax is still possible. Maybe though, since we have Construction Form, maybe it won't be so good. You could make an argument for shield spikes. What does that upgrade to now? Is it 4 thorns and 15 block? Yeah. Yeah, we don't really need that many upgrades. The shield chargers would be nice, but it would be more of a what do you call it? More of a bonus than anything. The one sad part about this is that we did have a potential 4 elite route for Black Star, so we could have had 5 extra relics, including the one in Act 4. I still think this was better, just to be able to stay alive and have deck consistency. But, you know, that's the fun route. Do we want 2 chances at shops this act, in case we whiff on one? There's also the fact of Act 4 shop. How much is the card? Oh, we don't have that tracked yet. We removed 3 cards. What did I buy at the shop again? Shop in Act 1 I bought 2 cards. I didn't buy a card remove. How did I get that other card remove? I removed 2 from Empty Cage and I removed 1 some other way. Was it an event? I think it was the Act 2 shop. The one where we had 3 dud relics. Yeah. Okay, so our card remove cost right now is 100. The next would be 125. So that's 225 out of our 300 gold. Plus 60, 90, 120, 150. So we'd have 230 gold to spend between these 2 shops. That's not bad. And then we have some more for Act 4. Another 45. If we want to buy another card remove for some reason, we could. 2 card removes on defense would be enough. You could maybe make an argument for 1 more strike removal. Again, we don't really have upgrades we want that much. So I am going to go this double shop route, just for consistency's sake. Okay. Well, no defense, but I guess that's to be expected without defense. Kind of disappointing that we didn't draw any brace cards. But regardless, I'm not disappointed in removing defense, because like even if we drew 1, that would not be enough to block anything. We have Construction Form to block 2 hits. I could maybe use... I don't think any attack gets us to... gets block for us in any way. Except maybe Body Slam. It's kind of funny. Yeah, this just saves us 18 HP. I'm going to use it now. We don't need the strength this fight anyway. It's just nice to hold on to. That's 20 out of 24. Resilient Plate Gear Up gets us another 10. That's good. I'll save Roll Attack for later. The AoE will be useful should we be able to enter defensive with that in hand. I will try to keep track of our potion chance. We are currently at 40% since it's the beginning of the act. This is 48. Oh no, it's less than that because of playing Vent Steam. No wait, it's 45. Pretty close because of the strength. I think that's worth doing. I could lose 3 HP to end this now. That next turn doesn't actually look so good. These guys block for like 13 or something crazy. Oh, 12, it's right here. It actually might vary, I don't remember. I think it's 12 though. So 45, this would have 4 left, plus 12 is 16. Strike cannot do that damage. Alright, I guess I am using Jax. Darklings can be unforgiving if you are cocky. I don't really want to have it set up like this, but this, I guess it's fine. Oh, another Resilient Plate Plus. Yes, please. Absolutely will take 8 more brace without exhaust. Is this, are these like, are laser turret and these all innate? I know this one is. I'm going to do construction form, future plans. We're going to throw a laser turret in. You know, it'd be really nice to find this act. Cryo Chamber. And especially since it's now a rare relic, we have 2 events that can give us that, should we ever go through events. There's a couple here. Yeah, we got 2 chances. That's reasonable odds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to full block like this, because 10 block is... I should have played Resilient Plate instead? No, roll attack would have been the 12. Alright, whatever. Screwed up. I guess... I thought that would enter defensive for some reason. We're entering it now. It's a small screw up. I need to keep track of those more than I need to care about them. Because they're hurting me. That's a kill. Actually, should we wait? Yeah, we can wait another turn. No, we can't, because we have Thorns. Oh well. Essence of Steel. Better than this, maybe? We have 2 defense and shield spikes. Shield charger, spheric shield. Yeah, let's get rid of it. An emerald. No thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Oh boy, the jawworms. Okay, let's take a look here. 10, 8, 8, 12. So in order to enter defensive, I need to play roll attack. And then one of these 2. Probably Resilient Plate. And I'm just going to use this as well. This one is blocking, so if we want to do damage to it next turn, we're not going to be able to. We're going to take some damage here, but that's okay. We might be starting to feel some of the effects of 3 energy. That's what I'm thinking is happening. I'm going to go for this guy. I don't have future plans in play. There's Construction Form. We have enough block for these 2 edge ones, so I'm going to play Construction Form Multi-Beam. Get that middle one out of here. Also going to put Twin Slam into stasis, since that'll be good damage when it comes out. Guess I should have played Spirit. Oh wait, no, I have 2-plated armor. I could have also just killed this. Didn't really care about these, but I think this is still fine. We have no open sockets, correct? Yes. So moving on. Shop time. Bottled Black Hole is definitely very good. Anchor's pretty good. Wing Boots, man, this would have been a great act for Black Star. Get us an extra elite here. And that's it. Still, 5th elite in the act. Bottled Black Hole. Start each combat with this in stasis. It does not accelerate at the beginning of combat, so if we put a 0 cost in, it will come out in turn 2. What we can do is put something like Shield Charger into stasis, which jumpstarts our brace generation as well as our block generation. Very helpful for Reptimancer in the heart, and even Nemesis a bit. We could also put a laser turret or multi-beam in, get the multi-beam scaling, but I think the defensive scaling is better. So I'm going to bottle Shield Charger, and then we might eventually upgrade it. If I buy a card remove, we can still afford another card remove by the time we get to the next shop. If I don't, this is an average of 75. 105? Yeah, we'd be way off a card remove if I bought Anchor. I think Anchor is starting to run its course anyway, if I'm not mistaken. That might not be true. I think we still do value card removes a bit more. Because our HP is still... we're still very healthy on our HP. We're going to be visiting another shop later as well. We have Ornithopter, so I don't think we need to save HP with Anchor here. Let's get rid of another Defend. I don't think I want a potion enough either, so... Ooh, Spirit Shield already? I think it's a bit early for that. Let's throw it into stasis. By the time it comes out, we might need it. The 5 attack. I had Construction Form just in case that didn't happen, though, so that's good. Let's get multi-beam scaling, I think. I'm not feeling that very much. Multi-beam has been good AoE, and it was good to scale earlier, but now it's starting to fall off compared to everything else I have going on. We're going to have plenty of defense. Let's get to just a different attack that actually costs 0. I don't think I want to sacrifice a buffer for Jax. Let's Resilient Plate to exit or to get rid of a couple of our debuffs. I'm going to use Curl Up just to get some more brace, so we can re-enter defensive easily. Oh wait, we have Spirit Shield. Doesn't look like we'll be using it though, anyway. 2 permanent strength, very nice. Let's just keep that. And now I think we want to do maximum damage. I don't think I want to stall for 2 turns either. Although it might help with Reptimancer's dagger turn. Okay, we'll stall. We will stall a bit longer. this to 2. This is 68. Get it down to 51 by playing defend. And then I'll just play this next turn. Or maybe not. Yeah. 15 is average. None of these. It's Nemesis. Future Planespheric Shield looks pretty good here. Ooh. Yeah. We'll save that. And I guess I'll save Resilient Plate as well. So if we draw it with our Vent Steam, we'll be able to keep some strength. We full block this turn as well, that's good. Turn too early, I guess. I have 5 energy. Okay, let's do this. Just get as much brace as we can. Oh, and thorns, apparently. How much damage do I do this turn? Not quite enough. Whatever, I'll just do this. And we're going to get back to defensive mode quickly, I think. Nah, we'll do this, because I can do this, and then play Curl Up next turn. I can also just not enter defensive, I suppose. That's not an option. Setting this up is going to be interesting. We would want to get this down to like 4 HP if we could. This is 36. 49. It's just over what we need it to be. What if 18 plus 26? That's 44? Nice. Okay. Exactly... Oh, fuck. There's thorns. Never mind. Alright, looks like we're just gonna have it like this. Betrayed by shield spikes. What else is new? Don the Red Mask? Oh man, that's so good. I'm really glad I got that second shop now. Let's see if we can still get that that rare relic in the next one. Even with 2 strength, we wouldn't have enough to kill with just 1 hit. Let's see, 3, 6, 14, 18. Not... Oh, but we have enough with Gear Up. Okay. Let's do this. And then 3 thorns means this one dies. Cool. Yep. Good timing on Sentry. Twin Slam is also great timing. I am just going to do this here. Not quite enough damage. We have 5 strength, plus Shiv is 9. Vulnerable is 13. We waste 6 damage on this. Okay. That is acceptable. Is there any way for me to kill with one attack? Doesn't look like it. We only have 5 attacks. We need 6 to kill these. We don't have thorns. Best we can do is kill 2. Oh well. Oh, multi-beam. Hello. We don't have enough to full block this, but we have a buffer. So that's what I'm going to use. We'll use multi-beam to handle this part. We'll throw one of these 2 into stasis, I think. Yeah, we'll do this one. That's a full block. I had a feeling we wouldn't be weak for long. We are very close to this being set up correctly. We're gonna wait one more turn, since we don't have Reptimancer to worry about as our next elite. I'm gonna just throw this into stasis. And that'll... Actually, that doesn't handle it automatically, does it? Not quite. But that's okay. Drake's Bolster Rod, that's a great relic. We have 2 powers. A 20 card deck, that's not so bad. 22 card deck, technically. Ooh, an Aquamarine. We still don't have any open gem slots, but that's a rarity now. Still no... Oh, Polybeam is here now. I think we have to take the Polybeam. We need some way to dump our strength, and I passed up the Walker Claw earlier because I wanted something cheaper. Oh, goodbye, Juzu. Alright, what do we get? We got Grimforge. Interesting. I can transmute my Last Defend into a gem. Then if I want, I can replace the gems in a card with another gem. Alright, let's remove Defend. We got an Emerald. Yeah, we didn't want that one. Although it might still have some use. I could socket it in something else. I could socket it in Strike for Strike and then remove Strike for Strike. We don't need it at this point. The Accelerate was nice, but it's not necessary anymore. Is it? It's still good. It's still an attack. Most of the time the Accelerate is helpful. I just don't want this gem in my deck. And I'm looking for an opportunity to get rid of another card at the same time. At the shop. Like, I think this is really bad. Unsocketed. Especially now that all our defense are gone. Twin Slam is still valuable. Is Roll Attack still valuable? Kinda. We don't have very much energy, though. I'd rather spend my energy on Resilient Plates, which are 1 energy, and Strike for Strike for a similar reason. So I could socket the Emerald in Roll Attack and remove Roll Attack at this point. We have plenty of other brace options. I don't need to spend 2 energy. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's not... I don't feel great about it, but I think it is still a good play. Alright, let's go for another elite. It is Giant Head. Alright, future plans. Let's get multi-beam in. I kind of want to put Vent Steam into stasis, so I'm going to. Over laser turret. We're going to be entering defensive really early here. Which I'm not 100% sure is good, but it's not nothing. Would have been a good time for Vent Steam to come out of stasis. Just have to do this turn. There's Resilient Plate, great. I could even do roll attack and then get a little bit of dexterity for our shield chargers. That seems reasonable, so I'm going to do that. Also, this is turn 3, so next turn is another big attack. Is the start of the big attacks, anyway. I'm going to use Curl Up on Twin Slam, and then play Resilient Plate in preparation of entering defensive again. Can I do a 21? I can. This is 8, 16, 28. Unfortunately, it does mean I need to play all of them. So I can't play Construction Form. That might not be worth it. What if instead I do Construction Form, Strike for Strike, and then use this to re-enter defensive? Then it would be possible to re-enter defensive. And even if we don't, we have buffer. Alright, I'm going to throw Curl Up into stasis since that is the highest buffer value. We don't need jacks here, I don't think. Actually, it might be helpful. Let's do it. Okay, 13, 18, 16. Okay. Actually, it's just dead. Was that exact? I wasn't looking. Hey, Guardian Whirl. We do have a lot of block, but I don't think we want to add this conditional card. Pre-program, we have too much stasis already. Otherwise, a good card. Alright. Calipers would be good here. Orrery would be good here. Actually, I think we skipped the Orrery. Our deck is already very good. First things first, let's remove. I don't think we need the Calipers with defensive mode. We have enough defensive mode. We would want this if we have good block generation without defensive. Or very sparse defensive. I'm also going to grab this Overload. Alright, goodbye, Roll Attack. Thank you for your service. Yeah, Overload's going to be fine. We have 2 Resilient Plates as well to get rid of the debuff. And then by next act, we should be set for another remove or an uncommon relic, which seems good to me. It's not super imperative that we change our potions right now, so... Moving on to our final elite of the act. And it is Nemesis. Again. I think we fought all 3 this act. Did we fight Nemesis? Or am I thinking of a different run? I might be thinking of a different run. Anyway, Construction Form can't be played. I don't have enough energy to block and play Construction Form. In Construction Form, if I just played that, I would be blocking 2 5 damage hits. Which is not what I want. Or do I? It's kind of funny. If I use the Essence of Steel, I could block all but 1. I think this is better, though. Just enter defensive. If next turn is the big hit, then we're covered. I'm going to play Resilient Plate. I'm going to play the Jacks. Because you do want to get out of this fight. We can't save that. It's ethereal. Okay, debuff. Not what I wanted to see. But do we draw... Oh wait, we have gear up. Never mind. I was going to say, do we draw a brace card? Oh, we do. Very cool. I'm going to use it. I'm also going to just do this so that we can put Twin Slam into stasis. We're going to have a lot of block. We're going to be very safe. I'm going to definitely focus on damage. Looks like I'm going to be putting Twin Slam back into stasis as soon as I can. Because when it comes out, it will be an intangible turn. We don't want that. I am also not guaranteed a Resilient Plate for Overload, so I'm not going to play that either. $149 damage in one turn, while we block for 75. Guardian's just kind of insane. We can't set this up, it looks like. I am just going to try to end this next turn, I think. Yeah. I don't know what our potion chance is. I don't feel super strongly about using one right now since we're at such high health. Distilled Chaos, that's probably better than an attack potion at this point. Or maybe just the... Yeah, it's probably better than attack potion. This will at least help us not take chip damage at this point. Let's take a look at our cards first real quick. Incinerate, actually, is pretty good. Accelerating twice, and does damage. I think most of the time it just hits our shield charger, though, so skip. Alright. 4 shapes. Scary. Looks like it's going to be... We're going to have to block with that, and I can use Twin Slam to block the rest. I am going to go for this first, I think, just so we don't have to deal with the dazes. There we go. Yeah, if we drew Incinerate, we'd be just gaining 20 block and 8 brace, which we don't want to waste all at once. Really hope we get an attack to kill this thing. I know we have it. Just that last turn. That's 20 damage for multi-beam. Okay, check this out. Alright, now we just got the spikers to deal with. It's 24 now. Still fine. We just lose our buffer. By the way, Laser Charge does not trigger their thorns. It's thankfully just passive damage, which means we can do that. I would like to end this turn because these are set up correctly. So here we go. Very cool. Stasis Engine is back. Still don't want it. Quartz is here. There's a chance that we get a 0 cost. Actually, there's not, because our next campfire is at the beginning of the next act, so we can't socket it at anything. Also, it would just make us take 2 damage from the heart, so skip. And now we recall. Alright, here we go. Okay, non-attack turn on turn 1. That means next turn is going to hurt quite a bit, so we enter defensive here. We're going to do Future Plans, Spheric Shield. And I think I'm going to save Vent Steam. I could also save Twin Slam, that's probably reasonable as well. We still need to scale up our strength before Vent Steam really becomes good. So let's do this, actually. Let's play Laser Turret, put Twin Slam into stasis. We're now vulnerable and frail. Oh, no, Weaken is cool. This is cool, too. We have a decent chance of drawing a Resilient Plate here. 7, 6, 5, 4. $20 out of 72 is 5 out of 18. .78% chance that we miss a Resilient Plate with the Overload. But why do I care about that anyway? That's 2 energy. I'm going to play 5 cards next turn, probably. So I do want to play the 2 this turn. Let's do these 2. Since they actually do something. One. Oh, right. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna scale up multi-beam a bit too, because why not? Grenades and Thorns. Gonna scale up multi-beam even more. Still not playing Jax, we're doing just fine. We are running out of Brace, though. Excuse me. Four more? We can do 4 more. Draw 1 more? Okay. Right. No future plans. If Resilient Plate was the last card, I'd be sad. I'm just going to throw this in. 4, 5. And we're doing that because Vent Steam's coming out. Guaranteed a Resilient Plate here, which is good. Can I play 4 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I can. So we have to use Jax here in order to reset the counter. Actually, can we kill soon? Can we kill without them doing their foolishness? How much damage can we do? Oh, it looks like it's going to be a lot. But let's see for sure. Oh, hell yeah. Not set up properly, but it's more important that we just kill this. We used up all of our... We're in the 50 brace zone, so... Faster's better. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Don't do Deca. Might need this here. Or we could just enter defensive by taking damage, and then we heal up 3/4 of that anyway. We're going to future plans this shield charger into stasis, so we don't have to play that. I think we just use Vent Steam to strip artifact and gain strength. Also, stripping the artifact on Dunu means that Weaken will apply next turn, and it will work. We are currently taking enough damage to enter defensive, but this is only 24 damage and it's random, so... More brace, please. You're not going to be able to terminate me. I guarantee it. I want to play the brace card, so keep a Spirit Shield for later. I still have turned to defensive left, which is great. Playing this lets me put multi-beam into stasis. Don't need to play Jax. Can I re-enter defensive? 18 brace? Not quite, but that's okay. I'm going to get to put this in. Play Resilient Blade just to gain the brace. So that next turn we can at least enter defensive. Well, I guess we have Spirit Shield. Took a little more damage than I anticipated there. Should have paid attention to that. I thought I had enough block. Oh well. Donu's still very low. Oh, it even hit him. Cool. Okay. Oh, we're not even drawing any damage cards? Alright. I will use my other buffer. And then we will kill Donu. And hopefully we will be able to block Deca. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, that helps. Alright, what is our damage like? 24? He's at 44 right now? What about shivs? They're 3 less, so 13, 19. (24) and 19 is 43. A little bit off. Okay. Can we kill Deca? Probably not. (96, 98, 92 plus 44 is not enough. Maybe... No, I still heal up most of this. I'm just trying to figure out the way to waste as little damage as possible on Donu. Doesn't look like there's a great way to do that, though. About 19 plus 27, that'll do it. That's as close as we can get. Alright, so we're taking 24, which means we're only taking 6. This is fine, actually. I think I want more energy on turn 1. Oh, no weaken on turn 2, though? Oh, but I wasn't going to get weaken on turn 2 anyway. Because of Artifact. Alright, we'll go with the energy then. And we're going to hope for a way to enter defensive on turn 1. 27-25. That seems like a lot for right before the heart. I'm anticipating a score of around 3,300. We'll see if I'm right. Upgraded shield charger. That's, I believe, what I said I wanted. Is that worth 13 HP? Yes, actually, because we have meal ticket, so we're healing anyway. Yeah, this is definitely worth. It's going to help a lot in the shield and spear fight and in the heart fight. Baylor's Lordly Plate. Can't buy a card remove if I buy that, but I don't think we have a good card remove anymore anyways. Except to strike, I guess. But those are still doing damage. I can buy Lordly Plate and Dark Shackles. That seems pretty good. We have so many brace cards, this is going to be great for us. No Cryo Chamber, but, you know. Not like I was expecting that anyways, it was just a pipe dream. Yeah. Great. Let's win this. I'm going to suspend multi-beam. We do not have enough to enter defensive mode here. Unless I use Distilled Chaos and hit some kind of brace. Oh wait, never mind. These both brace. Forgot. So we can use that and gear up. It does mean we can't use Twin Slam. How much would that get me? This would get me 23 block out of 33. That's not bad. This blocks for 6. No, 7. It blocks for 7. If we use it twice, but we can't. So I'm going to do... Oh, right. I keep forgetting about Bolster Rod. Yeah, that's pretty good. Also, how did we... Oh, we entered defensive because of Baylor's Lordly Plate, so I didn't have to play Resilient Plate. That's fine. And we're going to put Twin Slam in, just for damage, I guess. Because it's not going to come out until after the big multi-attack turn. Interesting. Very interesting. It literally doesn't matter who I put this on, we're not doing damage to anyone. And now we put multi-beam back into stasis. And I suppose we try to kill the shield? Is that possible? I don't think we have the damage yet. Especially since it's blocking for 30. But I do kind of need to turn around. At least at some point. I'm still going to try and kill this first. Even if it's not on this turn. Wow, this is a lot more damage than Polybeam. Thanks to Strike Dummy, I guess. Multi-Beam's going back. That card is so big when you move over it. Literally the size of the card in hand. Blocking for 99 doesn't really help me kill it. I will say that much. Okay. That's fine. Because now I can apply Vulnerable for next turn. 18 times 4 is no biggie. $27 times 2. Guess I can do damage here then. It looks like I'm losing my buffers, but that's okay. That's what they're there for. Re-entering defensive in time as well. Strike for strike. Volley beam. Laser turret. We're just going to throw this back in, I suppose. We are a little bit short of setting that up correctly. Fairy? That's cool. Huh. Okay. Yeah. None of these. War Paint? What are you going to hit? The other shield charger and the shield spikes. How many options did you have? Vent Steam, Spheric Shield, Overload, Jax, Dark Shackles. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain about upgrades on cards that aren't defense. That's pretty cool. I took the Fairy because, well, I guess it's kind of comparable to, what do you call it? Blessing of the Fort? No, not, I forget what it's called. The Plated Armor Potion. Oh, Essence of Steel. It's comparable because at this point in the late game, Essence of Steel is 4 block a turn. And in a fight like the Heart, it's going to last a lot of turns. So, you could be getting a lot of block. Aside from the fact that you could lose the Plated Armor. But this allows me to play more aggressively with my damage. As well as my scaling. And then, which is kind of what you have to do against the Heart anyways. In order to win as Guardian. You're usually a staller, but if you stall against the Heart, you're going to get punished. So you sort of want to reverse your order. You want to aggressively scale and do damage early, and then stall a bit more once your scaling's in place, so you can continue doing a bit. So you can continue doing damage while the larger hits come in, and the smaller hits will put you into defensive a lot more easily. So let's see what we can do here. Resilient Plate coming turn 1 is not ideal. I'd like it to come out on turn 2, but I can't even do that with Stasis. I know I'm doing this. Oh, well. I was kind of hoping to gain some Brace, but I forgot about that little thing. I can put Twin Slam into Stasis. I think I'll do that instead. I'm also not going to care about Multi-Beam. And I think I'm going to wait till next turn to use Distilled Chaos. I could use it to hopefully get my scaling in place, but this is a lot better whenever it actually could get me into... get me some defense against an attacking turn. So let's get some... Oh, we enter defensive. Right. Alright, Twin Slam, hopefully you come out on the multi-attack turn. Please be the big attack. It's the multi. Okay. Can't win them all. Oh, I have the Dark Shackles. Cool. We don't need to play Distilled Chaos here. Do I want to just... I think I want to wait to use this, actually. We're not taking very much damage. So let's save that for a turn where it's going to be doing a lot more for us. 67. We can reduce the debuffs. We have extra energy thanks to Happy Flower Supply Scroll, not thanks to Void. Alright, let's enter defensive here. I also want to be careful not to put anything into stasis except for Shield Charger. I think it's Construction Form, Strike for Strike, to get us an extra block for this turn. We can even maybe... Excuse me. Wow, this draw. This draw is actually awful. We could wait until next turn to see what we draw. If we draw the bad cards, we can use Distilled Chaos to draw back to the good cards faster. And if not, then we just play the cards and then use that the turn after. So yeah, I'm going to wait. Use the buffer on this turn, which I kind of forgot would happen. So no strike for strike. That is a lot of block. Can I have shield spikes, please? No? How about I wait to use Vent Steam? How about that? Dang it. I guess we will re-enter defensive, because I want to keep this block. And then we can re-enter again with the other shield charger. Oh, right, I could have used the thing. Oh well. I'm in defensive again, that's cool. I don't want to use the other buffer on this, so... Let's grab more thorns. I guess we could play Overload. We got some good cards in the draw, though. I don't want to just waste it on a Resilient Plate. It's probably fine. Yeah, look at that. Can't put anything into stasis, that's okay though. You know, I might have actually focused too much on defense, like I said I wasn't going to do. Come on, draw me. Literally either of these would have been fine. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to use them. Because I want Vent Steam. Oh, it's at full already. Need to get rid of those. And I guess I'm using my other buffer here. That's okay, though. I guess now I'll use Jax. I forget what turn this is. We might be in trouble. We do still have Fairy in a Bottle, though, which is the most important thing, I think. Down to 200, huh? Okay, so this isn't the 8x15 turn. That's good. Actually, is that good? Oh, God. Actually, I think we survive. Hang on. So we get 5 extra. Oh, wait. You get 5 extra. And do we have a block card coming up? No. But we do re-enter defensive. Okay. If I'm right, we should survive this because of how Fairy in a Bottle works. Or did I just screw it up by playing a card? Oh, no, we're fine. We have 11 thorns. Jeez. Oh, man, I need to be more careful, man. Alright, well. It all ended alright. Beyond perfect, huh? Interesting. Ignore this. This is just a... this is just the unlock all mod, not caring about this. Wow, things we've already used. Things I have in my inventory. Yeah. 3,500. Wow, that's a lot higher than I thought. Cool. Made 1,000 gold, too. That's what you get whenever you, go for a lot of enemies. Alright. Pretty cool run. I felt very strong coming out of the first couple acts. It started to fall off a little bit in the late game, but I felt like we were still ahead of where we needed to be by then. So, not an issue. Man, it's so hard to play. It's so hard to play this game and get things right in the first try, because you don't get a redo, you don't get to save and quit like I usually do when I'm playing alone. Man. Yeah. It really did work out that that we were able to get very, very strong by just going after the campfires and elites like usual. Although in Act 2 and 3 we avoided most campfires because we didn't need upgrades, and we did just fine, thanks to the sustain of Toy Ornithopter and Meal Ticket. And prioritizing shops worked out anyway, because we removed all our defends. So that was cool. We removed a strike there, that's right. Let's see. If I had done Distilled Chaos on Dark Shackles on the Heart's buff turn, I would have died because of that little interaction again. I should have thought of that more. There's so much to keep track of. I'm hoping I'll improve by the time we get to the end of the series, because I am tired of dying to mistakes. Thankfully it didn't happen this time. Also, shield spikes with the clutch at the end. The thorns, very nice. 11 stacks. It's pretty high. Is there anything else to say here? I don't know. This felt like a very simple, vulnerable plus strength deck with some multi-hits. I don't feel particularly strong about anything that happened here, other than the fact that I think I played the last fight poorly. I think I was too aggressive with the brace. I should have just taken damage, like I said, but I prioritized full blocking too much. Oh well. We still won. I guess the best thing I can say is that the relics were good this run. Like, there's still a lot of commons here, but Ruma's Pocket Sentry and Happy Flower, setting those up, and then supplementing them with Slaver's Collar, Surprise Scroll, Red Mask. That was kind of neat. It was nice that even though we only had like 3.5 energy, 3 energy, sometimes 4 with Slaver's Collar, and then a little bit more with Happy Flower, Supply Scroll, we were still able to do good things. Our stasis was very clogged with expensive cards, but I guess that's just how it goes. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you stick around for future ones. If you do, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.